Just going over these two players right now. Racoon, who I believe is debuting today. Now, his graphics on screen is actually a raccoon. Is he not Corgi? I don't know.
No, he is. I'm pretty sure that he is.
I think you're right, because I recognize the character. By the way, the heat maps are also there. This is the round 1 deploys. Horrible Will, I don't know. I feel like we may not have much data on that one, but I could be wrong, because that's a really sparse distribution there.
He's an odd player. A very good
Yes.
one, but super unique playstyle. Always does these weird, like, kind of, yeah, I don't know, like one side is asymmetrical even when he's defending. Really likes to push the other side of the map when he's getting aggroed. It's something to behold.
100%. I'm excited to get into this. This should be interesting. I'm excited for all the debuts today of some new 201 players. And Sako's gonna have a tricky run today. Let's get into it.
Let's have a look at these first packs. First game, Racoon versus Horrible Will.
Indeed, and he's on his main, so not on the Horrible Will account.
StarCraft Panda then, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe he just wants to be known as Horrible Will.
Going to be a quick fire seer spec pickup here with the Sledgehammers and Fangs, and a supply specialist with Stormcallers and Crawlers for Horrible Will.
Yeah, going for some econ specialist. Look at that HP pool on Panda, by the way.
Yeah, 3,500. Wow, I think that is that the lowest HP pack and specialist combination? I think it might be.
If Stormcallers got nerfed to be as low as, what is it, like Sledge Crawler, that would be crazy to me.
I think it is. I don't think there is a 3,400 pack, but maybe I'm wrong about this. Either way, this is going to be very tricky. He needs to make sure he doesn't lose too much hit points here to whatever chip damage might happen in the early game, because, yeah, you might find yourself at like 2k, and then who knows what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, we do have the Corgi avatar. We just have a raccoon picture for him in the splash screen.
Yeah, we were talking about this before. He's a man of many names, apparently, or faces. Perhaps
Indeed.
befitting of the Racoon name in that case.
Indeed. So just for the viewers, the guy with the Corgi avatar, we will be calling him Racoon, as that's the name he signed up with. And then these Chinese characters, the Panda StarCraft 2 guy, we'll be calling him Horrible Will.
And as you can see here, asymmetrical positioning from Horrible Will. Even in standard with the Stormcallers, yeah, one vertical, one horizontal. He's pretty much the only player in IMMR I've seen play in this fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very interesting. By the way, the Arclight on the left may be going to get sniped off with that vertical storm poking up very high. Unfortunate, although it did kind of clear most of it. Getting a round win here for the storm opener would be pretty great against the sledges.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be possible, though. Horrible Will didn't go for any chaff clear, so gonna be tough here to get rid of the remaining Fangs, even though they're not crawlers, and Sledgehammers tend to have a decent matchup into Storms just because they're tanky enough to at least tank a couple salvos.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, it's like, it was kind of, there was maybe a universe, but yeah, not gonna happen. Well, 3,500
chip damage.
Yeah,
but we did talk about it.
Definitely. You feel that.
Round 2. Is it unit reinforcements? It is. And the Racoon picks so fast, the UI can't even keep up. It is going to be the level 3 marksman for him.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense to pick up, I feel, especially if they have elite marksman on the bar, which only Corgi, I mean, sorry, only Racoon does.
Yeah, interestingly, Horrible Will not running it, just going for the range double shot and likes to run the EMP, I believe, instead of that elite that is on Racoon's bar.
Man, there's a lot to say. So first of all, the marksman is just like not good here for Racoon at all. Like he sees the board and it's just like Stormcallers and chaffs. That's kind of interesting, but I'm sure he's like afraid of the Wraith that was offered. And then I want to mention this tower fortification. Like this is so weird. Like it looks like a standard game, right? Just based on the units, based on how far back we're going. And like the chaff positions are crazy. The fact that we're fortifying one side is crazy. Like what is going on, Rooster?
I'm glad that you're like shoving that easy question over to me. Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Okay, the thing is, this is just how he likes to play. He's a big giant fan, so he loves playing giants, loves playing sandworms. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see some of that kind of, yeah, bear fruits and be purchased later on to have an attack on the left side. I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
he just wants to focus on the left for now. Feels like he's stronger over there. Has the marksman now against the sledgehammers, as you mentioned. The marksman for the Racoon won't do too much, and trying to leverage that.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, you mentioned he didn't have chaff clear last round, and he just didn't buy any, right? Like, he bought single target and chaff.
Yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned that, it seems like that is somewhat coming to bite him. Again, the Fangs are advancing, and the Sledgehammer is still a pack left alive. That Marksman is doing everything it can, though. Wow, I mean, it's well positioned. Already dealt with the first pack, taking down the second too.
He might win here, just because of the tower fort was brilliant, but
Oh,
I guess not.
the other orange man has something to say about it.
Yeah, he would have won otherwise, though. He actually had a great plan there.
Yeah, awfully close, but now down to 3k. Already took 500 in rounds 1 and 2.
Yeah. What do we get here? Some blue cards. Rhino Assault. Not super strong in standard versus standard, which is what I'm going to call this. But, you know, it's decent. Get that tower kill, maybe, right?
Yeah, I wonder where it's gonna get used though. Like right side, there's crawlers and fangs that'll stall for a long time, and it's fortified. Left side, I don't think you can get in.
Yeah, for me, I put it absolute top right. He's doing it defensively. That also makes a lot of sense because Horrible Will could use it aggressively. So, you know, just getting the parity there.
Yeah, Raccoon's Tower is definitely a little bit more vulnerable, especially on that right side, so the safe play is logical. We get a little bit of repositioning. Horrible Will doesn't end up going for it. We'll buy some oil and take that shield airdrop.
How do you feel about the oil here? Do you think he's setting up for a fire, or do you think he values the slow here?
I mean, it might just be for the slow, if anything. Again, he still doesn't have any chaff clear, just buying more storms.
Yeah, it's such a tame game. It's so interesting. Like, the unit reinforcement has already occurred too, so, you know, it's not going to show up next round. Next round, the Farseer will be coming down. That's about it.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're lucky or unlucky, however you want to look at it, the next unit reinforcements might have to wait until round 7. They could show up round
Yes,
5, but could be round 7 too.
exactly. Yeah, it's going to dictate such a big part of the pacing here. I mean, there's only so many turns you can keep buying, like, 1 Storm and 2 Fangs and calling it a turn.
Well, again, the Rhino here actually doing a pretty good job. Isn't even going to go for the tower. Looks like it will be another round win for Racoon, though, and might even get to take down that shield.
Oh, he might, right? Like, the Storm's
Oh, the
probably...
debuff.
Yeah, okay. So
I
that's
mean, he
that's
must be
important.
happy with that.
Absolutely. Like, he bought the Rhino, and the other person bought the airdrop, so, like, it's tit for tat, but, like, imagine the shield airdrop survive there. That'd be huge.
Yeah, and the oil got used too, right? Of course, that's still going to be on the field, but must feel nice to win when it comes down. Supply enhancement round 4. Okay, well, to each their own, you know. I'm here. I'm
Yep,
not
yep.
here to yuck someone else's yum.
It's an
It ain't my
acquired
yum.
taste, Rooster.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It ain't mine, but
Not yet, not yet. Okay, that's interesting. Absorbing on the Farseer. Kind of cute.
yeah. I mean, Farseer is a good item holder most of the time.
Yeah. Okay, so
It'll be
there's the
useful
fire.
for like the next couple turns. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be Vulcan Marksman. So actually, pretty tame comp overall. Just the positioning is a little bit unusual.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It almost makes you feel like he's playing defense instead of standard versus standard, if that makes sense. Here comes the fire.
The wolf.
Pretty sick. Vulcan's locked on. Probably going to go down, so that's at least something. Farseer's coming in. Got the absorption module. Might just carry the whole thing. I mean, there is an orange man, but he's locked on. He's dead. That's a big
I mean,
win here.
these orange men have been doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this
I
is
think
about
Racoons
800
did like
damage.
40k.
That's sub 2k.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, this starting a HP pool, again, starting to look scary now as we enter the mid game. It will be round 5 that we get the unit drop, so you won't have to wait until round 7.
Indeed, looking like steel balls or phoenixes to me.
It seems like both of the players agree with you. We'll both go for the steel balls.
Yeah, really interesting. Like the phoenixes, I think like you have marksmen, so I understand why they're not like snap picking it, but like I still feel like the phoenixes were pretty good. But maybe there's just so much chaff. I don't know.
It's a tough call. I wonder what they want to do with the steel balls, though, because for now they don't have any tanks, but I mean, mech div is on the bar. I don't know
Hmm.
if you want to pick that into the Vulcans, though. There's no armor either. I feel like it's a worse pick for Racoon than it is for Horrible Will.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Vulcans are like decent against the balls. Like the balls
Yeah,
need like
right? Like,
levels or armor.
that's exactly what I was going for, too. I feel like if it's a level 2 steel ball and, like, you have armor, maybe it's okay, but normally Vulcan doesn't mind fighting just white steel balls too much.
Yeah, for sure. The Vulcan composition should scale pretty well, though. He's now got range on his marksmen, so he's got the symmetrical Vulcans on each side. Interesting little beacon, by the way. Kind of a cute use of deployment of the steel ball there. It's going to
Yeah,
clump everything up.
a little bit more resilient than the usual crawler beacon, I guess.
Vulcan's stuck on the Farseer there, which is absorbing, by the way. Now, there is a marksman on it, so eventually it should fall as it runs out of absorption target. Down it goes. Balls are coming in, though. They might lock onto the Vulcan, but there's not much left. I think they will fall.
Yeah, honestly surprised that they made it that far. Will eventually go down, but have a look at how many Stormcallers there are on the board for Racoon. And they're all
Yeah.
still alive.
Yeah, he went for this Stormcaller basically mid-game that like Scion and some other players go for. Now, at the end of the battle, looks like a bunch did fall, so not as bad as it looked. I thought like another 1k was going to come through, but nope. Marksman with range, going to clean up. First blood.
And a nice breath of fresh air for Horrible Will here.
Yeah, no unit reinforcements will come. We're going to get cards for the next 2 rounds here, and there is advanced power system if anybody wants to zoom into the towers, but probably not.
Yeah, but who's pushing into who?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure, honestly. Like, Vulcans feel like they're never ever pushing onto you, if that makes sense. So I want to say like Corgi could be an aggressor if he wants to, but probably both players just want to, play a long range battle.
Yeah, it's so odd because, I mean, both players have Stormcallers. Racoon even has some leveled ones.
Yeah.
I could see Stormcaller spam working out here. It's pretty good typically into these boards of giants.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's interesting questions around AMDs. You remember the days where like War Factory missile interceptor tech was like super common? People just like don't do that anymore.
Yeah, ever since Mustang AM became way more efficient across the patches, I feel like that is now the preferred AM tech. I've even seen some
Yeah.
people take it off of their War Factory bar.
Yeah, that's me. I just did it recently.
I still have, I've yet to do it. I've yet to commit to it, but I can see the logic behind it.
Mm-hmm. We got worms now. That's a commit. I mean, there's no unit drops next round for sure, so you want to commit to something if you feel that it makes you much stronger. He doesn't go for the armor, goes for the replicate. Interesting choice there. I suppose it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess Replicate is just overall going to always be solid. Armor is technically better into the Vulcan, but you will expect the opponent to go for like Melter or even, the existing steel balls are much
Yeah.
worse into those larvae.
It's like also EMPable for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, good point. And Horrible Will does run it on the
Hmm.
marksman.
Yeah, yeah. Very interesting. Well, the left is winning. We've killed all the chaff. We've got 2 blue Stormcallers with the worm still alive. Is it absorbing? Did I see HP go up? Yeah, it's absorbing. Okay, that's a cool left-sided push, but look at that right side just punching through.
Yeah, left side was marginally winning for Racoon, but right side was losing very, very rapidly as Horrible Will's Vulcans were pushing in. And that's a ton of damage coming down at the end of round 6.
Now, his supply has paid off, just saying. He's now at he's now at 0.
Huge.
Huge. Intensive's definitely solid. Laser sight though for Horrible Will. Where is it going? It is on a Vulcan. That doesn't feel that strong to me, but kind of
Yeah, it's a bit of an
interesting.
awkward board, right? Like, what do you want to throw it on? Maybe, I mean, I guess you could throw it onto the big level 4 marksman.
Yeah. I like the intensive though. For Racoon here, he puts it on, I assume anyways, he put it on the Sandworm with absorption module. Okay, Ignite. I was just gonna say, like, Laser Sight makes sense if you go for Ignite.
That's a cool tech. It's not something we see everybody run. A tech that was way more common back when we had less units and War Factory had just come out. I still can remember people trying to play Ignite Vulcan into that. But it's fallen out of favor somewhat, and now it's making somewhat of a comeback. I am actually running it on my bar again as well, and I've seen some 201 players do the same thing.
For sure. Its main weakness is just either like Photon or Bubbles. And it's hard to
Well,
really
I have
Yes.
some news for you.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot photon worms.
Indeed. Unless you have that one item.
Yeah, the photon coating item, but we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and you can't get too many, so. Okay, we're distracting everything with the Rhino in the top right. I don't know if that distraction really does much, but that was the intention behind it. Left side, the worms are about to unburrow. Here they are. They're going to get ignited, or at least 2 of them will. But they just burrow, and one of them has absorption. They'll just heal up. So honestly, not sure how good that's looking on the left there. Now the right's going to continue to win. The fire is, I guess, going to kill these slow fangs, slowly but surely, and then just the Stormcallers will be fighting the other storms.
It's looking much better this round for Racoon, I will say. The storms have free reign as the chaff is burned up, or at least it's stalling the tower debuff, and well, the Ignite did something, but I think the Larves did a fantastic job of blocking some of that Vulcan damage.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the absorption is pretty cute against it. Like, it worked. It still killed. Like, the ignites worked, but the absorption is a nice, like, question mark on, like, do I need something else besides the Vulcans?
Also, how has this round ended in a draw?
Yeah, that was just crazy.
That's insane.
Ignite,
A
like, finish
second
the worm.
intensive. Oh, go on. You've picked supply spec on round
No, no,
4.
no, no,
Surely we
no.
take the super supply on round 8 as well.
Rooster will lose his mind. Do not do it. Okay, okay.
Oh, he skips that one?
Yep,
Crazy.
yep. EMP storms. How many do we have here? We have 6. Taking care of that ignite. That's the idea there. If we get rid of the ignite, the worms are super tanky. Very cool move, and it's hard to AMD, like, to intercept 6 different Stormcallers.
Yeah, there isn't any investment into AMDs or AMD techs right now either. So it'll at least work for one turn, and then the question is, does Horrible Will want to invest in that next turn?
But Shielded Fangs here is going to be incredibly strong, and also, I mean, there is Ignite on the Fangs. You can't EMP every single Fang, so, like, he always has that up his sleeve.
Yeah, it's a really good counter move. I mean, I like the EMP, but honestly, the Shielded Fang looks almost to be stronger this round. I don't know
Yes,
how Racoon is going to be punching through.
I totally agree. By the way, he leveled a Fang? What the heck? That's so random. There wasn't even, like, a Wasp drop, so, like, what?
You never know.
I guess it actually could be like him being like, well, Wasp be a good turn for my opponent. I got 50, let's just upgrade this Fang.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. It's like all the way in the back, you know. I mean, we're trying to justify Horrible Will here, but you know, it's fine. Like, whatever. I'm down for it.
Indeed. Will we EMP anything here? I think like one Vulcan maybe got EMP'd. Okay, like all of them are EMP'd right now. The splash going crazy. The worms are much healthier as a result. Again, one of them does have the absorption. It's this one surviving. Level 3 now, by the way. He's got the intensives. It burrows.
I mean, that level 3 worm is still taking more damage than I was expecting. I guess the Stormcallers, yeah, have a look at their damage. 65k this turn.
Yeah, they're doing awesome. There was an Orange Man lock on too. But man, this absorption is clutch.
It's doing a lot of work, but it's not gonna be for all that much. Minor round win.
Hmm.
Harbor will going down to 1438, but I mean, there's a bunch of issues to deal with. Those shielded fangs are a real problem. Ignite could still be clicked on them.
Hmm.
And I mean,
Yeah.
what do you want to commit to? Do you click Incendiary Bomb on the Stormcallers? If you do that, do you need the range as well? Are you afraid of AMDs? Like, there's a whole bunch of questions. Can you get into Mustang instead? Like, it's
Yeah.
there's some tough
Absolutely.
questions for Racoon here.
I think one of the biggest asymmetries as well, it's just the shielded fangs, right? Like that scales insanely well into standard games in the late. And we can see like, okay, sure, Raccoon has some, but he doesn't have them in these sort of like late chaff positions that Horrible Will does. And in the late game, it's really hard to justify your 3 deployments on these late fangs.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I mean, the other thing too is now Raccoon is the one pushing in since he has the sandworms. But I mean, how
Hmm.
do you get rid of? Look at the backline fangs; like they're up against the backline. I feel like the only thing you can do is try to get into fire.
Yeah, definitely agree. Now we have melters on the board, level 3. Obviously, if a Vulcan locks on, it will kill it eventually. It's got ignite. There's also boats in the sky. Not sure what they're about. I guess he was hoping for no melter, and if so, then they're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they're good damage too. Like boats in the long run could be effective at DPSing down the sandworms if ignite isn't enough.
Hmm. No loan here for Raccoon. We do have the loan for Horrible Will. We'll see how the boats do, and we'll see how the melter does. It's level 3 on the left and the level 1 on the right. There's now 5 Vulcans. That is a tall order, even for these 2 melters to take care of here. So I'm a little bit nervous here for Raccoon. Do you think the worms can do it?
Well, there's a whole lot of them, but only one of them is actually level 4 with the absorb, so all the small ones have perished already. I can only see the one, and that goes down instantly. The melter has found its mark, but there's still so many giants left. Stormcallers will apply EMP. How many shielded fangs are left, I don't quite know. But it
Yeah.
seems like for now there's enough to keep this melter busy.
Oh my gosh. Crushing. Is that going to be, like, how? What's the HP total at? Is that game?
It's a lot of...
Oh my
Oh, oh,
god.
that's more than game.
Wow. Okay, the Vulcans scaled, I guess. I mean, the Worms just had to win earlier. That is a crazy result. I didn't think it was just going to end suddenly.
Yeah, so first game of Group C here with Horrible Will taking the win over Raccoon. We'll be proceeding to that winners finals that will be happening later.
Yeah, for sure. That was a cool game to start things off. I bet if you analyze like clicking fire on the Stormcallers there, it could be a round win, or at the very least not dead. It had to be a Fang issue, right? Like Fangs are just OP.
Yeah, the fangs just weren't addressed, right? Like you add a melter, but it's the same thing as a sandworm, right? In this
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
instance, both of them are providing DPS, but it just can't connect because of all of those shielded fangs.
for sure. Very cool move. I mean, Giants OP. They dealt like so much damage suddenly. It's like the early hit points almost like don't matter, right? Like you start with 3,500, but it's like you just take tickle damage all game, and then suddenly, oh, you deal 2,500.
Yep. Yeah, he likes to
Classic.
play giants.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of his boards will often look like this. He does a bunch of worm boards, does a bunch of Stormcaller based boards too, but